Okay, folks, so we're about to start our blue level lesson. If you are watching this, that means that you have chosen to go above and beyond. You have chosen to take the next level. You do not need to do this. This is not going to be a part of your grade. This is a choice because the work that you've been doing has been too simple for you and you want to challenge yourself. Make sure you're learning as much as possible. Make sure you're preparing for the next years of high school and make sure you're preparing for college. And I would like to congratulate you on being so brave and so strong that you starting the blue level. That's a really great thing. Take a moment, pat yourself on the back. Okay, let's get started. Now, we have for our first blue level topic is going to be distributing and combining like terms, just like we did for the green level, the normal courses, but this is going to be the next level. We're going to see how far we can take this. We're going to do this by first focusing on how to multiply variables. We need to talk about first exponents and bases. Now, bases, we use the word base in our normal everyday language. Base means the bottom. So unsurprisingly, we see x is the base here because it's the bottom. The exponent is the number it's been raised to. That's the one up here, the top. Now this is x to the 10th. Now another way of looking at x to the 10th, it is the same as saying x times x times x times x times x 10 times. Now, if we imagine that this x has a little 1 as the exponent, then this is x to the first power times x to the first power times x to the first power, and so on. And we notice that if we're multiplying all these x's to the first power, we have to add the exponent. 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, and so on, gives us 10. That's where the exponent comes from, is all of these little exponents added together. Now, let's see if we can take that a little bit further. Let's clear everything. Good. Now, the first one we have here with multiplying variables is 2x times x. We remember if we have parentheses, a little multiplication sign here. The 2 actually, nope, can't erase that. The 2 actually stays out front. There's nothing we can do with that 2 because it's not similar. But x times x becomes x. If there's a 1 here and a 1 here, this becomes x squared. This is 2x squared. Now, looking at the next one, we have x squared times x. Again, these are multiplied. This is to the first power. So we're going to, just like we did here, we added the exponents. Now we have 2 plus 1 gives us x to the third. And the first problem had a coefficient that stayed, but there's no coefficient here, so we don't need to worry about that. Wish these question marks weren't here, getting in the way. And next we have x times y. Sure, they both have an exponent of 1, but because they're different bases, the bottom are different bases, it just becomes xy. Okay, you can't put those two together. Now this one over here, because we have two coefficients, right? The number in front of the variable is a coefficient. This is 2 times 3, we're still multiplying, becomes 6. Okay, let's get rid of that question mark there. And then we have x to the first power times x to the second becomes x to the third. The only difference between this problem over here and this problem were the coefficients in front. And the last one we're going to do, we're going to add our little exponents here. Where we have our coefficients, we'll look at first. 2 times 4 is 8. Again, scribble out this garbage question mark. And then we have x to the first power times x squared is x cubed. Remember that if it's a 3, we say cubed. And then we have y to the first times y cubed, which becomes y to the fourth. 1 plus 3 is y to the fourth. Okay? And clear all that out and go to our next slide. Now, I'm going to do just one of these examples with us where we're now throwing it all together. Our combining like terms, our distributing, and our multiplying variables. Now, just like we did previous, we're going to multiply our variables here, okay, which gives us 40, sorry for the handwriting, 40, not 46, 40, plus 40n. And that takes care of the first set of parentheses. Now to look at the second one, we have 7n times 3n. Now we're starting to multiply the variables just like we just practiced, which becomes 21, 7 times 3, n squared minus 14n. We've multiplied here and multiplied here. Now we combine like terms and we try to pick our highest powers first. So we're going to reorder this. So it's 21n squared, highest power or biggest exponent goes first. And then we have 40n and negative 14n. We need to combine these two similar terms, which becomes a positive 26n. And the last one is just 40. There's nothing to combine there. This is as far as we can go. It does not get any simpler than this. Okay, so we can't go any further. Now this is been fully simplified, combined like terms, distributed, and we practiced our multiplying of exponents. I'll let you folks try this one on your own. You have a homework assignment that you can choose to do. Again, blue is optional. You can choose to do this homework assignment, and if you do this homework assignment, please take a picture of your clear, organized work, email it to me, and I'll check it over. I'll look at it for you and let you know how you did. And as we keep on going with the blue, you're going to see how much more you're learning, how much extra you're learning, and not only will your teacher be proud of you, but your parents will be proud of you, and most importantly, you'll be proud of yourself. Okay, so those instructions are right here. We have